Garrett Green 2 of 3, but only 3 yards on passing. Down the field is what they need to do next.
Green will dump it off to his running back Johnson, and that's just going to fall incomplete after the back down from Johnny Dixon.
And this is a cat blitz. The corner from the short side of the field is blitzing, and Garrett Green read it. He's trying to get the ball right away out to take advantage of the blitz, trying to get the ball to his running back, Justin Johnson, but a really instinctive play by Johnny Dixon, who has just gotten better and better every time he steps on the field. We all talk about Kalen King, but the coaches have talked about how good Johnny Dixon has been on the other side.
Sets up second down.
Crank it up on third down. When you throw on those run downs, you got a better opportunity.
There is Devin Carter on the screen, but a little bit behind him. It didn't allow for his blocking to really develop, and Johnny Dixon saw it from the start.
There's not a lot of room to begin with on that play because you're throwing it into the boundary, and then when it's a little bit off in terms of accuracy and receiver has to reach behind him, you really have nowhere to go. Between Johnny Dixon and Curtis Jacobs, they were there to snuff that play out.
Into Penn State territory at the 41. Play action again. Green feeling the pressure. Unloads. Incomplete. Devin Carter had to almost be a defensive back as Johnny Dixon had the right step on that football.
Well, he was in perfect position. Not only does he have eyes on the football right here, but he also has a receiver pinned on the sidelines. I mean, you can't play cornerback any better than Johnny Dixon did right there. And Garrett Green is lucky that that didn't end up as an interception.
James Franklin couldn't have had a better look. Green feels the pressure, hit as he throws, incomplete. So you've got 2 quarterbacks in there. Now Green goes out wide. Marchio gets away, not a second time. Abdul Carter, known as the Predator, and he found his prey in the backfield.
Well, I don't like the call. 4th and short, you try to do something too tricky, and Abdul Carter, after a little help from Johnny Dixon.
Altmaier. Here's Altmaier to throw it out of the shotgun. Fires to the sideline, up high, incomplete. Once again, Washington, the intended receiver. Good coverage by Johnny Dixon.
Well, this is what you have to avoid against Penn State, these third down situations. This is when Manny Diaz, their defensive coordinator, loves to get aggressive. Again, they're long and athletic. They got guys like...
First down to the 25, down 16-7. Altmaier up the sideline, and he threw it away, picked off. Johnny Dixon. 3rd interception. And Dixon still running. Finally falls down at the 40. Luke Altmaier, 3rd interception, 4th turnover for the Illini in this game.
Altmaier panicked a little bit here in the pocket. He's looking over to his right. Here's the coverage, and a beautiful job by Dixon to get back into phase, but that is a poorly thrown ball trying to find Casey Washington, and he's able to come back and pick it off right when you thought that the Illinois offense had a rhythm.
By the way, Jake, to your point about going backwards for Northwestern, they have 9 negative plays today. Got an incompletion here for Johnson. And that will bring up 3rd down and 15.
So Johnson's working one-on-one on Johnny Dixon, and I want to see this right here because it did look a little handsy. And to me, that you could certainly call a defensive holding there. But here's the thing about college ball. In the NFL, they rarely miss.
Here's Kyle McCord. And he's sacked. Kyle McCord going down as they bring pressure. Johnny Dixon with the sack. Penn State, 28th sack of the season, 2nd most in the nation.
Beautiful rush here by Johnny Dixon, who's a corner. So he's coming off that edge as a corner and does a beautiful swim move on number 19, Chip Trainum, who can't get him blocked. And McCord goes down. Buckeyes have to punt.
Your eye on the talented freshman. Here's McCord. Looks underneath. Incomplete. Marvin Harrison, the target. And he's locked up with Johnny Dixon.
Yeah, good coverage by Dixon. It looks like Dixon got that right hand in there to knock away that pass as they continue.
8 at the 38. McCord steps into his throw down the field, incomplete. A lot of holding, pushing, shoving. Johnny Dixon all over Julian Fleming, no flag.
And Fleming gets up a little shaken up after this route. He gets an inside release, and there he's got him, and you see kind of that hindrance on the holding him around the hips right there, that right hand, but that's opposite where the official is. And then Fleming goes down hard. They want, obviously, the flag here, and the Nittany Lion just says incomplete.
Third down and 8 at the 38. McCord over the middle, incomplete. McCord looking to throw it. McCord over the middle and incomplete. Fleming covered by Johnny Dixon. And that brings up 4th down.
Yeah, and I don't think he's...
Here's a handoff. They run the reverse with Xavier Johnson. He's bottled up and dropped for a loss. Johnny Dixon grabs his ankle. Loss of 3. But the clock becoming a factor now.
Some chippiness over there as Johnny Dixon having words with Xavier Johnson. But again, like you said, tick-tick.
Penn State with all 3 timeouts left.
There's no doubt about it. He's become more of a CEO of this whole university, the way he's been handling things this week. On first down, off the play fake, quick toss to Lucas over his head, incomplete. Time now.
Step up.
Yeah, from Philadelphia and Roman Catholic High School. Quick pass to the outside to Carter. And he was able to get past.
Play action early on. You've been running, howling. Go play action and see if you can open the offense up.
It's 1st and 15. Pressure's coming. Sorsby's hit, and he drops. Johnny Dixon. It didn't work earlier. They beat him on a long pass, but it worked right there.
It did work, and Manny Diaz continues to bring pressure from all over the field. Johnny Dixon right there looks like he's just playing man-to-man, and then on the snap, he comes with the blitz, and they roll zone behind it. Sorsby sees it, has nowhere to go, and Johnny Dixon is able to come away with the sack. A really good call by Diaz.
I don't even know if they realized what was happening anyway. 2nd down and 9. Sorsby hands the ball off again. Henderson trying to get to the edge. Not much is there. And he squirms forward. Johnny Dixon makes the tackle. A gain of...
Pretty good. Top 25 in the country. But 3rd and 9, not favorable.
This might be 2 plays to get 9 yards. What do you think?
As long as this one doesn't go backwards.
It already has 5 times. 5 tackles for loss today for Penn State. Here comes a corner blitz once again. Johnny Dixon got home. You said backwards?
Yes. Well, this works because they're showing everything on this side. Look at all those guys looking like they're coming, and then you see Dixon just sneak in. They are so savvy at that, Benetti. It is why their secondary now has 7 sacks on the season just from the secondary, because they will show you one thing, they will bluff, and even a veteran quarterback can think it's coming from one direction.
3rd down, goal at the 10. Edwards gets outside and goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. May have gotten inside the 5. Jalen Reed pushed him out of play.
This is where you got to kick it here. You make it an 8-point game, and he will. They run it again here on 3rd down. When he gets around the corner, you think he might have a seam, but that is a terrific job by Johnny Dixon, getting himself outside, setting the edge in the contain, and he also gets some help there from Jalen Reed. So good job by those defensive backs falling off of there.
This is something that defensive coordinator Manny Diaz talked about. They've been plus winning them in a run. We'll see with all that attention that they have to give to that QB run in the box if they can sneak one of these play-action passes.
Winston in trouble on the blitz, and they're going to get him. It's a sack for the Nittany Lions. Johnny Dixon on the blitz.
And this was the blitz, the corner blitz dialed up by Manny Diaz. Johnny Dixon lined up on the outside, and this is one that Gavin Wimsatt just did not see, and something that quarterbacks just have to be aware of. You get that corner blitz, It's going to be coming from his left, and he just doesn't know what to do. Dixon just right in his face.
That's Dixon's 4th sack of the season. He leads all cornerbacks in college football with sacks, and that's the first sack.
Their 2 timeouts. We'll get the football to start the 3rd quarter. Hauser in trouble, and Hauser gets hit hard. Curtis Jacobs was in pursuit, and then Johnny Dixon eventually adds the exclamation point. Will likely be the end.
10 expands. There's no more East and West division. They don't have to play Ohio State and Michigan every year.
Another completion and an immediate hit. Johnny Dixon absolutely delivers the pain on Christian Fitzpatrick.
Everybody talks a lot about Kalen King, and rightfully so. But Johnny Dixon has played at a very high level all season. From the start of the season, we remember talking to the coaches before the West Virginia game. They said Johnny Dixon kind of has an edge to him, a chip on his shoulder, wants to prove that he can be as good as Kalen King on the other side.